Hello, Moore Park. This is my final message of the year, and I'd just like to confirm that we will be reopening fully from September. I'm going to discuss the arrangements with you and what will be required when we come back to school. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported us during this period of lockdown. This period has demonstrated the very best of our community, and I'm sure that you, like me, would also like to thank our teachers and support staff who've continued to keep learning going and the school open and safe. It's been an excellent effort, and it's meant that we have really developed well during this period of time. Although many of you will be understandably nervous about sending your children back to school in September, I can assure you that we will make the school as safe as it can possibly be. Our strategy really does four things. The first thing it does is to stagger exits and entries into the school, to have split lunches, split breaks, and use our tannoy system to move students around the school so that they stay in year group bubbles and so that they do not have contact with other year groups inside the school building at lunch, break, between lessons or in the corridors. And that's absolutely crucial in controlling the spread of the coronavirus. We will also be working very hard on hygiene, specifically hand sanitisers, where there will be a unit in every shared space and classroom in the school, and students will be using those to hand sanitise every time they enter a space or a classroom and every time they exit that space. We will also look at catch it, kill it, bin it to ensure that students know how to use tissues properly and put them in bins safely to ensure that the spread of the virus doesn't spread unnecessarily throughout the school. The other thing we will do is put different rules in place, very simple rules in place for both teachers and students to ensure that they follow them and that the school is very safe accordingly. It does mean that students will have to follow these rules and have to get very used to doing things slightly differently. The last thing we will have in place is a lockdown procedure if we are asked again to do a local lockdown, if something changes in the Preston area and we are asked to close the school again, and we will do it in the excellent way that we did first time, ensuring that all of you have access to learning and that all young people can continue to learn at home and that we can reopen the school safely when needs be. We will also make sure that we use Public Health England and the NHS to ensure that we have the right procedures in place should any cases of COVID occur during the school year or for any students or staff. So the summer term will end next Friday on the 17th of July. The school will be closed during this period and any online work will not be set during this period. Microsoft Teams, however, will still be available all the way through for students to use at home and to catch up on any work that they've missed. Free school meal vouchers will continue to be allocated to parents and carers during the summer holiday period. The autumn term will start for some students on the 2nd of September. This will just be for students in Year 7 and Year 12. So if you're in Year 7, you will come and do a full day of induction with us. That's new Year 7s for next academic year. If you're a new Year 12, you will come in and do a full day of induction in the school sixth form. Year 7s will be asked to come to the main schoolyard at 8:45, where they will be greeted by staff and lined up and brought safely into the school for a day induction. Students in Year 12 should report to the sixth form area, where they will begin their induction to the school sixth form. The autumn term for all other students and all students across the school will start on the 3rd of September. Students will be asked to report to either the sixth form area if you're in the sixth form or the schoolyard at 8:45, where you will be asked to line up as if it were a fire drill and you will be brought into the school one group at a time to ensure that we begin the work of staggering movement between lessons and between shared areas. You will receive on that day quite a lot of information about how things are going to be during the school year, but we're going to try to keep it as simple as possible so we can all follow the rules. Can I take this opportunity to remind all parents that our uniform is supplied by Monkhouse? Please make sure that you make your appointments with them, that you get fitted and that you get uniform ordered as early as possible, because you will be asked to come in and students will be asked to report to the school in full school uniform on the first day of term. Can I also plead with you to please Give umbrellas to children and coats, because actually next year they're going to be spending a lot of time outside at lunch and break time. We can't have students in the school building at lunch and break unless it is to eat or to go to the toilet. So we're going to really need students to stay dry, and the best way to stay dry is to have an umbrella or a raincoat. So please, please, please promote that, and please give them to your children for when they come back. Finally, just leaves me to thank you all for your continued support during this challenging period. In my 23 years as a teacher and in my experience as a head teacher, I've never known anything like this. And we couldn't have done it without the support of the local community, the children and my staff. So thank you all for your support during this challenging period. I look forward to September and continuing the excellence that we were offering before we broke up for lockdown. And I look forward to seeing you all in September. In the meantime, keep safe in the summer holidays, enjoy a break, and spend time with your families and friends in a socially distanced and safe way. Keep safe. Thank you, Morpart.